My brother sold my soul for $10,000, and now my mother is calling me the heartless villain because I won't pay his mortgage. See, in my family, there is a very specific hierarchy. There is Leo, the golden boy who can do no wrong. And then there is me, the reliable one, the one who cleans up the shattered glass after the party is over and says thank you for the privilege when my grandpa passed away. He left me his 1967 Mustang, and it wasn't just some hunk of metal or a flashy status symbol. It was 3 years of my life. I spent every single Saturday in that damp garage with grease under my fingernails and dirt in my lungs, learning how to breathe life back into something broken, and it was the only thing in that house that was truly mine. It was my escape. Then, one Tuesday I came home from my shift at the hospital and the driveway was empty. There were no tire marks or broken glass, just a hole where my hard work used to sit. Leo didn't even have the decency to look me in the eye when I walked through the front door. He sat there on the couch eating chips and told me he had invested the car translation. He had sold it to a private collector for cash to pay off a sports betting debt that was about to get his legs broken by some guy named Vinny. I stood there waiting for the explosion. I waited for my parents to demand he get it back. I waited for justice. Instead, my dad sat me down on the kitchen stool and put a hand on my shoulder and said, "He is your brother Maya. He was in a hole and he was scared, and you can always buy another car. But you only have one family. They didn't just steal my car that day. They stole my sense of safety. They told me that my labor and my love were worth less than Leo's latest mistake. So I did the only thing I could do to survive. I packed my bags and moved 3 states away to a city where nobody knew my last name, and I stopped answering the family group chat. I built a brand new life where loyalty was earned, not demanded by birthright. 6 months ago, the calls started coming in again like a flood. Leo's latest genius investment failed, and now he is facing foreclosure on the house. My parents helped him buy. My mom left a 5-minute voicemail sobbing into the phone, saying that blood is thicker than water, and that if I don't wire him the money, he will be on the street by the end of the month. I called her back this morning, and I didn't scream, and I didn't even sound angry. I just told her that blood might be thick, but it is also incredibly easy to spill. I reminded her about the Mustang. I reminded her about the 3 years of Saturdays I gave up just for them to scrap my dream for parts. She called me cold, and she said I was a monster for watching my own brother drown. I didn't argue with her. I just hung up and grabbed my keys and went for a long drive in my new car. It isn't a vintage Mustang, but the best part is that only one person in the world has the keys, and it definitely isn't Leo.